Hey guys, it's Dave coming to you from the Hobo Dojo on Saturday morning. And just want to let you guys know that I have not disappeared. Jason and I have not run away somewhere. We've just been super busy, and I know you guys probably have been too. We like to get 2 videos up a week each, and it just hasn't been happening for us lately. It's really hard to get our schedules together. Jason is working really hard at his day job, and me less so because I'm sort of semi-retired now after 35 years of painting in the sun. I did a big job in June, and I haven't done anything really since with that. But I'm writing a ton of stuff, and I'm going to try to make this my full-time job for a while. And I'll have to take the occasional paint job, but this it'll enable me to cherry pick a little bit and only work for people I'm familiar with, jobs that are easy to get in and out of, that don't have any drive and traffic, things like that. I'll be able to kind of have control over my painting work in a way that I never did before, because I'm getting some small amount of income now from YouTube, and really actually it's pretty decent because I'm so used to living cheap. The reason that I moved to this little motorhome, people ask me about this all the time. I'm not living on the streets. I'm not parked somewhere on the and on a side street in the valley or whatever. I am in a place where everybody knows I'm here. I'm under a nice shade tree. I have city water, city power. I'm plugged in, and I have a septic situation here worked out, and so everything's cool. It's just a tiny house, really, and I did it so that I could save money because it was getting really difficult to live in LA. So, but I'm going to do another video about that called "The Rent's Too Damn High." You remember that guy who was running for, I think, run for governor of New York against Andrew Cuomo? The rent's too damn high. That was his whole platform. I agree with him. The rent is too damn high. It's ridiculous. So I managed to cut my expenses way down and put a little money in the bank because you get to be my age, you gotta save a little money. Anyway, so we will be back to a regular schedule any day now, as regular as our schedule can be. So I'm doing a benefit concert tonight, and then we will be, then first thing in the morning, I'll be up at Jason's place, which is a pretty good long drive from here. But I'll be there, and we'll try to put at least 1 video in the can, and maybe 2 in the can. For those of you who don't know, recording lingo means get one done. And so look for a new video from me, a proper video, sometime early in the week, hopefully, possibly Monday morning. So check before you head off to work. The other thing is, I want to thank those of you who I made a little video just for LA people the other day, and because about this benefit concert that I'm doing tonight, and this is for a group over in Mozambique called Mozambikes. It's a young couple, Lauren and Rui, and Rui is what am I looking for? He is Portuguese and she's an American, and Portuguese is the language they speak in Mozambique. And they were traveling in Mozambique, and they understood that people are walking enormous distances, and now and again somebody will go by on a bicycle with it all laden with crops and things like that, or kids on the back in their school uniforms, that kind of a thing. And so they decided that they would do something about this and try to get as many bikes into the hands of as many Mozambicans as they possibly could. And a couple of years ago, I joined up with them. I do 2 charity fundraisers a year. I have since 2010 was the first year I did one. Normally, Christmas is Cows for Christmas, and that's for Heifer International, which is based out of Arkansas. Some of you are familiar with them. And they send dairy cows to families in the developing world, and it creates a complete economy around it. And it just gives, like, suddenly they'll go from like no nutritious food to 8 gallons a day or 6 gallons a day of really super nutritious milk, and they can make cheese out of that. They can trade the milk for other nutritious things. They can buy school supplies with it. So you get a few cows into a little village, and suddenly an air of prosperity starts happening. Same is true of these bikes in Mozambique. It's like a pickup truck. It's like if you were trying to do what you're doing, but you didn't have wheels, and somebody suddenly gave you a Toyota Tacoma or a Ford Ranger truck or whatever, it would change your life. I mean, it would, you suddenly, now I can do the stuff I know I'm capable of doing. Now I can get it done. It's one of those things. So this is the two charities that I do. We always target it in that way. I work usually with a partner on this. I'm the main driving force of these two things, and Jason is contributing some. Maybe we'll work this around into a blue collar logic thing. As it is right now, Jason is just, really being helpful and kicking in really nice donations, and being helpful, covering for me whenever he can, while I'm in one of these things, because it is very time consuming. I've got to be, nagging everybody I know for money and putting these benefit shows together and stuff like that. But we always try to keep along the lines of, teach a man to fish as opposed to give a man to fish, a hand up rather than a handout, because we know that if you send money to these places, especially through one of these big charities, God bless them, I'm sure they do the best work that they possibly can, but there's all this bureaucracy, there's advertising, there's, they're sending pamphlets out to people. A lot of the money goes to administration, and as we all know, a lot of it goes into the pockets of people who run these things, these nonprofits. The people that the administrators get paid. Excuse me. Some people have commented when I sip out of this coffee, they say, "Is either you're a dwarf or that is the world's largest coffee cup." Well, I'm not a dwarf. I'm 5'10", but this is a fairly large coffee cup. I got it from the Kerrville Folk Festival. It's only 18 ounces inside. It's really thick-walled, because it's one of these insulated things. And also the camera, my hands are not enormous either. It's just that's the way these cameras work. Anyway. So I always do cows for Christmas with heifer on Christmas time, and then the summer fundraiser is a different kind of a thing, and I choose from whatever charities have caught my attention. And we built an orphanage over 3 different fundraisers in Uganda. We helped to provide the money. They did the work. Amazing people. They built it from scratch. They even made the bricks. It's really an amazing project, and I was privileged to be brought into that by a friend of mine named Lauren Hart, who happens to be playing today at the thing. So I'm getting off my beat here. But anyway, just wanted to tell you that I will disappear for a little while every spring, summer, and around Christmas I will be a little bit taken away from those things, from my regular schedule because of these fundraisers. I wanted to tell you, so anyway, that's going on. I'll put a link down below to their website and to the contribution page if anybody wants to do it. We're already over $3,000 of our $3,500 goal. So, and thanks a lot to those of you who responded to that short little video that I did that was only up for 24 hours. Thank you so much for kicking in. It really was helpful, and I really appreciate that. I sent thanks to the people yesterday. I realized I could do that through the site. It's CrowdRise. It's run by GoFundMe, so it's very secure, and pros run it, so you don't have to worry about your money. Anyway, try to hurry along because I ramble. So I'm trying to, sorry if I'm talking too fast, but I'm trying to get going so some of you will actually watch this. The other thing is our channel is growing really fast. In July, we had our really our best month ever in terms of us getting paid. Sometimes we've gotten paid very, very little, and other times we get paid surprisingly good. Of course, everything gets split 2 ways, and we split everything with YouTube. All the ad dollars, they get most of it, and we get a good chunk. They're very generous that way. And if you guys wonder about the ads, some people, why is there an ad for this on your channel? It's a Elizabeth Warren campaign ad or something like that. We don't have anything to do with the ads. We just, algorithms do that. Put them up, you click through them, you ignore them, or sometimes you'll see something that you like. I tend to get ads for William Painter sunglasses, and this one company that makes bras and girdles for curvy women, shall we say. I enjoy those videos a lot. There's little cuddle monkeys in that ad are kind of fun to look at. I don't know why they're targeting me. Maybe they're trying to tell me to drop a few pounds or get a man's-ear. I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, last month, just in the month of July, from end to end, we on July 4th, we passed the 150,000 subscriber mark. I'm just going off the top of my head here, but and then by the end of July, we had gone past 175,000 and past 176,000 as well. So we're stalled now because no new videos. But we did really good. You guys obviously are being very, very helpful, spreading the word. Starting to get recognized here and there around LA, which is a little bit dicey, but so far so good. And so what we did is we are now at 176,000 subscribers, and excuse me, it's a mind blower. So it's put a little bit of pressure on me, feeling like, geez, it was one thing when a couple thousand people were watching these videos, but now that a lot of people are, I kind of got to get my ducks in a row. I better actually research that factoid, that kind of stuff. So it's making me a wee bit nervous, but we're happy that you guys are enjoying the channel. So we got 1.8 million views just in the month of July. 1.8 million and 1.8 million and change. That's astonishing to me. I don't know how to process this stuff. I've been a house painter. I've been standing on a ladder for 35 years and being a performer on my weekends. And when I played to a crowd of 200 or 300 people as a musician, to me that was amazing. It was like, what a breakthrough. And now it's like, as many people as will fill Dodger Stadium watch most of our videos. And now and again we get as many people as will fill the Los Angeles Coliseum, and sometimes, it's the Coliseum 2 or 3 times over, and so it's quite a thing. I'm not going to pretend that that we expected this, or that we know particularly what it is that makes one video great and another bad, in terms of acceptance and in terms of views. And I will tell you, I'm trying very hard not to just do clickbaity kind of shit and not just say, okay, I have to have an opinion on absolutely everything. Some progressive somewhere said this to somebody. It was a tweet, therefore we have to have a whole video about it. If it puts a light on an issue that I care about, I'll do a video. Only speaking for myself, but I'm also speaking for Jason, I think, on this one. If we have something to add to the conversation and we think that this particular thing shines a light on an issue, we will. Otherwise, sometimes we'll let it pass, because I would like this channel to be something about how people actually change minds. My mind was changed, and I want to help other people change minds. So I'm starting a video series very soon called, hope I'm covering all these points, I didn't write anything down, called Letter to a Liberal. And what this is going to be, I'm going to put it in the form of a letter, and it's going to be to taking on actual liberal talking points and conversation points that I've had with people, how they express themselves about certain issues, because I've had so many liberal friends, and I still do. And so I know how they think, and it's going to be an explanation and so hopefully some persuasive points of why maybe they haven't thought it through entirely. So I'm hoping that this series will be something that you can take on and you could read, and maybe I'll make the transcripts available on those, where you can actually hopefully pull somebody over to your side a little bit, if you've got a kid that just came back from college and is filled with these ideas, so that they begin to see the other side. It's not going to be they're not going to be attacks. They're not going to be snarky. I'm going to do a series of them that talks about basically all of the differences between progressives or liberals and conservatives about each and everything. Each and every one of the places where we really disagree, all the division. I'm going to deal with them one by one. That won't be, every video won't be that. It's just that I'll do one of those a month or whatever it is. Jason has also a series that he's starting up, and I forget what it is right now, but it's a great idea, and I can't remember it right now because I'm not fully awake. So anyway, I've got to get going. I have to get this the rest of this thing pulled together for tonight for the benefit concert, and then pretty much we're at $3,000 already of our $3,500 goal. So fantastic! We'll almost certainly reach our $3,500 goal tonight, and maybe go a little bit past it. Who knows? So if any of you does want to contribute to this, I will put 2 links down below this video. The first of the links will be the page where you go directly to it, and it's our fund drive. And then we would get credit for that donation, our fundraising team. And that and then the second link will just be the website, so you can look and you can check them out and see what that's all about. They're super good people. It's a really good cause, and it's Mozambikes is the name of the place. So I'm out. Thank you again for watching our videos. Thank you for spreading the word. It's changing our lives. I mean, we never expected to have anything like this kind of acceptance, and we feel like we're helping a little bit. We're trying to get we're not going to get all full of ourselves. We'll be wrong sometimes, and sometimes videos will disappear because, particularly speak for me, I'll put it up and I'll go, God, I'm so brilliant, and I'll put something up and it's like, yeah, come on, Dave, that was just a stupid idea that you fell in love with and tried to turn it into something great. So those just kind of disappear. I actually I spent 20 hours in the last month. I made a video. I spent 20 hours on it. The writing, the rewriting, all the thinking, but mainly the writing and the rewriting, and then trying to, recording it, and then the editing of it. And at the end of it, I slept on it because I don't know, I was beginning to feel weird about it. I slept on it, listened to it in the morning with a fresh mind, and I thought, yeah, no. And so I basically threw it away, because I'm trying to live up to a standard that you guys expect of us. And so, anyway, that's it. I've talked way too long, as I am wont to do, and the coffee has just popped in. So have a great weekend, and look for a new video from me and probably one from Jason early next week. All right.